is boom. We are rolling. What's going on, guys? Welcome in. Take a seat and get comfortable. It's amazing to see you all. Hope you're all having an absolutely tip motherfucking top day. Staying safe out there in this increasingly crazy world that we find ourselves in. Second time's a charm. So on today's video, we're going to be checking out a band called Melancholy, and specifically, we're going to be checking out their new song, Báalam Áak'ab. I'll spell it the way they're spelling it. I'll try to with a little bit over the top and stuff. Maybe it's pronounced something, get some way completely different. But that's my kind of knuckle dragging attempt at it. So, as far as I'm aware, this is Melancholy's second ever song. I did a shout out video about a year ago for their debut single called Oscidia Destruction, which we are actually going to check out now, just so you guys know, just so you get like a kind of general vibe, idea of what these guys are going to sound like. And as well as that, it was a YouTube promotions channel, whatever, called the Slaughterhouse that actually got me onto these guys, and they've introduced me to a bunch of other bands as well. Definitely go and check out the Slaughterhouse. They're sitting on about 13.8k subscribers. They post all kinds of mad shit. Like, it's not just kind of like slam and then a bit of like slammy beat down and a bit of brutal death and like for like that Slam Worldwide do, and then more experimental stuff on the Circle Pit, and then more kind of like bouncy gent stuff on Beheading the Traitor, blah 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 blah. They do like noise grind, they do noise gore, they do a little bit of deathcore sound and stuff. They do a vast lots of anime, porno, grindy, slammy, techno, cyber shit as well. Like they do not all of it amazing. It's not all to the same standard as like Slam Worldwide, but it is a really good way for bands to kind of dip their toe into at least just putting something out, seeing the response of it, so on and so forth. So definitely go and check out the Slaughterhouse. Some very, very interesting stuff being posted there. What the fuck was I just saying? So I stumbled across these guys basically because I'm a bit of a sleuth when it comes to metal. I'm always like, kind of got my finger in many different pies. I heard this. I thought, this is really, really cool. I guess instead of me just telling you how good the song is, let's just actually listen to the song before we get started with their second ever single. So this was a song I heard by them and I was instantly like, this is fucking cool. This is really, really good. Melancholy, Oscidia Destruction. The Slaughterhouse, let's go. Might talk a little bit. love the tremolo picking. I love the Middle Eastern sounding, very stringy sounding guitar. That sounds like a sitar or something, doesn't it? Like, you know. Love the almost gore grindy vocals. Like they're very like they're almost like not gore grind, but they're just interesting. They're not just shrieks. Paints a really nice atmosphere, basically. Kind of like it's got that very blackened sound to it. It sounds kind of uplifting and awe-inspiring, but totally desolate at the same time. I've said that to death on this channel, but that's kind of sums up what I consider whenever someone says black metal or black and death metal like this is. That's kind of what I that's kind of what I envision. Let's continue. Hell of a fucking debut, eh? So good, so good. No core there as well. And look, don't get me wrong, I love my core. I love my beatdown core. I love my slam core. I love my death core. I love my core. I love my of core. I love my emo core. Core's awesome. But there's nothing core going on there at all. Like there's no tunnel throats. There's no breakdowns. There's no down tempo sections. To me that's just like black and deathcore. Oh my god, I've got black and deathcore on the brain. I was listening to Slaughter the False Prophet just before I went live. Black and death metal basically, and I love it. I really like it. Yeah, super cool song to start off their careers. So let's just get the video set up and let's just go straight on to Báalam Áak'ab. This was released not long after their debut song dropped, and then they've been a little bit quiet of late, but it's the nature of the business, isn't it? Other shit going on the majority of the time. So, unfortunately, okie dokie, right? Melancholy, Báalam Áak'ab. I'm gonna shut the fuck up. Let's go.
But nice wall. Utial hilal la mujer. Utial usab malota pluma. Mentone tan kasut.
Well then. Let me say that again. Well then. Melancholy. Báalam Áak'ab. I so hope I'm saying that right. I really, really hope I'm saying that right. Anyway, loved it. really, really, really fucking enjoyed it. So I forgot my pen and paper, but it's okay. I can remember more or less where we were. Okay, so one of my problems with Ossidia Destruction, Ossidia. No point in me murdering another perfectly cool sounding band name. One of my issues with the song, as much as I liked it, was there was kind of like that. That's something that I see from the Slaughterhouse, is that there's some bands that could maybe use a little bit of some pointers, maybe some tweaks when it comes to like how they're actually mixing their albums, but their songs. But at the same time, maybe they don't have that much funds, or maybe they actually just want it to sound a little bit like, raw, which kind of works. I'm not sure that song would land the same if it was produced by the guy that mixed the new Lorna Shore track, or the new fucking Extermination Dismemberment track or something, or the new Signs of the Swarm, or the new like super super polished. It might take something away from the song there, but the rawness is one thing, but on the last song you couldn't quite hear some things if you really, really strained for it, and I'm really listening. But if someone just heard that track when they were on their lunch break, they might go, okay, cool, but I wish there was more to it. And it's like, no, there is a lot more to it. It's just you can't quite hear it. Not the case with this track at all. Not the case. Everything sounded much clearer. The mix was a lot better. You could hear the bass much better. There was like a double bass slide, I think. And you could hear some... we're going to see if we can find that in a minute. The vocals sat much better in the mix, and it was a really, really different style from the last song as well. I mean, there was they really turned down the Blackened influence there. Like there was a couple of like that was the worst thing ever. I don't know what it's called, but I think I've been looking up a little bit of black metal, and I think it's, instead of playing a kind of like black metal chord, you just like broken chord it and you just hit the strings individually, and it gives that kind of... I'll see if I can find the actual bit, but other than that, and maybe some of the vocals, that was a lot more up-tempo death metal. It definitely wasn't brutal death metal. It had a bit more of like a not a bounce, but like a... like it kind of almost trotted. Like, I know that sounds ridiculous to say. A bit more galloping, basically, without sounding like, some like shitty power metal or speed metal from like, like the late 80s or something, something like really early Venom or some shit like that. Sorry if I just pissed off like a million people. Please don't come at me, guys. Actually, come at me. I'll die on that hill. I don't think Venom are very good. But anyway, yeah, very different vibe, much less Blackened. Right, let's have a little look around here, see if there was some bits in particular. The ending was really cool, and I'll go into details why in a minute. Yeah, so this is a good example of the kind of like of the kind of, oh god, I forgot the word again. What the fuck was the word that I used? Galloping. This was an example of that, but you could also hear the bass really nicely here as well. It was kind of do-no-no-no. Yeah. That whole section could have easily sounded like just a garbled mess, but it was very raw, but everything had its proper place. You could hear the bass was nice, the guitar was nice, both the guitars were nice, the vocals were nice, the pacing was nice. It was very, very well done, and it would be sometimes raw or kind of sludgy, or like, kind of like, I don't know, grassroots DIY. All those words can kind of be used as a placeholder for we didn't really mix our album very well. But but you could hear everything there. And also just at the end, just at the end of it, that was where there was that guitar work that sounded very black metal-y, and it was probably one of the only black metal parts of the song. I'll just go when it's ready. Kind of rising. I don't think it's that. I need to learn some music theory, but very, very cool. Very, 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 very cool. And then I just want to go to the outro section. So, like, you could easily just kind of call this like slamming blackened death metal or something, or they could just, they could easily put a slam in there, but they don't. But when they want to slow down and kind of give a section a little bit more of an oomph, they do it with like variety and going slower, but never anywhere near like a beat down or a slam or anything like that. I'll signal when I'm at the bit that I want you guys to listen to. One more time for that little bit. They go slower. They emphasize the heaviness. There's lots of slides. The bass sounds, better than it did. Just an overall level up from those guys. And again, changing up the style. Very, very impressive stuff. Okay. Super happy how that came out. It's a step up in just variety. It shows that they've got a lot of their next track could be really blackened. Their next track could be more, it could be heavier, it could be slower, it could be a mix of everything. They had that intro as well, which sounded fairly fucking disturbing, so they can throw that in there as well. It's very good, a very nice mature sound, and they're willing to try stuff right from day one. Very impressive stuff. I'm intrigued by Melancholy. Be nice to see something more from them, but I've been saying I'm going to do this reaction video for about a year, so maybe I just need to shut the fuck up and stay in my lane. But and I mean there was some criticisms, like the bass wasn't, the bass could have been heard a little bit better towards the beginning of the song. But other than that, I mean, it was very, very good. Very, very impressed. And no tunnels, no gutturals, all kind of shrieky mids that have got a very blackened feel to them. Nothing lots of shrieks, lots of all that type of stuff. Almost death metal grunt style vocals as well. Just keeping the core out of it, which is fucking awesome. So, Melancholy, Báalam Áak'ab. Once the video's finished, scroll down. You'll see a link to the Slaughterhouse. Go check out the Slaughterhouse as well. Those guys are really cool. A link to the Slaughterhouse. A link to that song, which will lead you to the Slaughterhouse. link to Melancholy's Instagram, Facebook, Bandcamp, whatever else they've got. Once the video's finished, scroll down. Please remember to click on every single one of those things. Just go and support these guys as much as possible. Pre-order some t-shirts, maybe get some physical CDs, or at the very least, if you want to do one thing, just leave a comment and just go, fucking awesome work, guys. Keep it up. It means the world to these dudes. I absolutely can guarantee that. Go and follow them, like all their posts. Just do whatever you can, because I want to hear more from these boys. One more time. Melancholy. Báalam Áak'ab. Fucking loved it. Thank you very much for joining me, guys. Take it easy, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.